Buenas, 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 buenas. A tratar de terminar este jueguito, pues. Alan Wake es un juego bastante antiguo, creo que salió en el 360, el Xbox 360. No mal recuerdo, es más. ¿Sí? 2000, 2010. Seguro será primero para los de 360, Windows. Y ahorita la gente de Remedy hicieron algo muy bonito. Eh, Hicieron un remake, que es el que estoy tratando de acabar para empezar el Remaster, perdón, el 2021 en septiembre. En el fondo, están mis dos niños dormidos. Nadie quiere jugar conmigo en Halloween. Así que estoy en la parte donde Alan lo llevan a esta casa que se ve aquí en el fondo. Y entonces él tiene que ir a...
Ready for another shot. So I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic
a
accident
los
with your
pacientes.
wife, no one has been killed.
No,
Your
no es lo
delusions are
ideal
just
decir
a
a los pacientes que se lo está
manifestation
inventando.
of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth.
Sí,
Unless we
bueno,
fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
ajá. No, usualmente no les decimos eso a los pacientes. Les decimos que vayan pensando que lo que tienen es una situación de un síntoma más que algo que se está inventando. Eso hace que no tengas una buena relación con el paciente. Una persona porque se siente mal que está teniendo
I never get tired of this view.
síntomas
Very
neuropsiquiátricos, tiene una
inspiring, isn't it?
alucinación,
Cauldron
un
Lake spread
delirio.
below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the
obviously
one
loved
trying
his
to
own
bring you
voice.
out of the
His
world
words
you've
echoed
constructed
madly
for
inside
yourself.
my head.
But I
I
can't
dug my
do
nails
it
into
by
the palms of my
myself.
hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery.
Tiene que haber una recuperación. Siempre me he preguntado eso. Las narrativas son... No es que esta esté mala, sino que... ¿Por qué?
Come along. Let's go inside.
Ese man. Vamos a saludarlo.
Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only.
Scary,
You were
scary,
impressed by my trophies when you
scary.
first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I got you. Got you
Emerson.
good. I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Okay. Sorry. Boo.
that's Emerson.
Como
We're
bipolar.
actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on
Elbow
video
strike.
games.
Ooh, yeah.
It's trash, of course, but it does
Get
involve
him
some
to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
Un termo. Venga. Hola, doctor. Bueno, señor.
You might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Preocupado por su paciente. Obviamente nuestros pacientes tienen problemas de largo plazo, problemas creativos. No se va a resolver de un día para otro. Dale permiso, que mate el tiempo que necesiten. Ten en cuenta que tú estás recibiendo tratamiento voluntariamente y está diseñado específicamente para ti. La terapia de abordaje y sus métodos hermana, la corriente, el flow, el flow, funciona mejor cuando hay cuando tú estás activamente enganchado en tratar de darle forma. Tienes un consentimiento, no preguntes, no te molestes y pregunta.
My rheumatism's killing me.
One
There's a
at a time
storm
now.
coming. Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
Night
And
Springs.
these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia.
A edad.
They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Este book ¿y qué pasó ahí?
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these
Casualmente hay una
two
tormenta
are
ahorita
the
mismo.
Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the
Y ese
image
book no
of
se, ese
Viking
book no se
gods.
escuchaba. Qué
After
loco.
the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
No se escucha nada. Bueno, supongo que todo tiene. Qué loco esto. Encontré el mensaje, dice. ¿Algún tipo de poder?
My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me. Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He... About everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Wow. Hay que era mi cuarto este. No.
I'm a bad dream, and you can't wake up. You can't hurt a nightmare because all dreams are only imagination. They're only in your head, and they're not there when you wake up.
Vamos a hablar con él.
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better.
Ok.
Who want to make everything from the characters to the toasters. Talk, talk, talk.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
Hey, gracias, señor auxiliar. Usted es muy amable.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true. Primordial forest. The colors of the fall. The mist. A caldera lake. Silence echoes.
Bueno, podemos hacer algo rápidamente. No queramos que sea en el código.
Silence echoes. A beginning. A primordial forest. The colors of the fall. The mist. A caldera lake. Silence echoes. Loud. It's too late to hear the words. The man, naked, crawls to the shore. Like a birth? To say that would be a lie. Nothing like a birth. The opposite. He staggers to his feet. A carcass of a deer lies on the shore, rotting amidst driftwood. The man is afraid, beside himself. Who is he? He doesn't himself know. Dark waves have washed it away. A blank page where this horror story will be written. He remembers darkness, feels the shadow pressing down on him, coming after him. He must get away. He runs to the forest, to a fate worse than death.
Quiero empezar el juego. Seguimos. Interesante esta locura. Ahora por acá.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. Hartman wanted me to write. I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Y hay un termo al otro lado. Termo. Termo. Cansado, pues. Creo que ahora. Rally. ¿Mm? Suena, oye. Mm.
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Where the hell did he get a damn
Here it
hammer?
comes.
I don't
My
know.
hammer's up.
Here's a friendly poke from Mjolnir, wench.
Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we?
Mira, no había
Well,
visto.
things
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby.
unraveling fast, aren't they? Nah.
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard.
backstage
If
is
she was one of
all
Hartman's
yours,
goons,
Tom.
she had it
Seize
coming.
your
I could get the
destiny.
key to the office wing from Sinclair. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript
Come out and
pages.
face the music,
That's where he'd be
Birch.
keeping them.
It's time to pay the piper.
Maybe you could come out and beat our wrinkled adult diapered asses for it. Stitch yourself.
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along. The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
He's more and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake. What would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes, and I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems, always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him. And we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording.
Let me out of here! Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna chew your crazy quack ass to shreds!
Barry?
Ow! About time!
Barry! Man, am I glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
¿Por qué no se escucha? Voy a cerrar. Más cierro.
But it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Where the hell did he get a damn hammer?
I don't know.
¿Tiempo va? 25 minutos.